I really enjoy reading books, and because I'm a fee-only financial advisor, it's probably not going to surprise you the 4 topics that I tend to read books on. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you my main learnings over the last 12 months from reading books. I tend to read about 2 books a week, which puts me on a pace of about 100 books a year. And I don't say that as a badge of honor. There's a lot of these books that maybe I'll just read the first couple chapters and say, okay, I think I got the essence of this book, or maybe this book isn't vibing with me and I just move on. So while I read 100 books a year, it's not front cover to back cover on that. So the main categories that I like to read about as a fee-only financial advisor, it's not going to surprise you. I like reading about retirement planning. I like reading about productivity. How can I become the best version of myself that I can be? I like reading about what I call behavioral finance, which is really about why we make the mistakes that we do from an investing standpoint. Turns out that there's a lot of psychological biases that we have that tend to drive that. And then the 4th category is mental health. So let's jump in. Let's start at the end and we'll build up to retirement planning. So of the roughly 100 books that I've read this year, I think my favorite for mental health and keeping in the right positive state of mind is a book called Solve for Happy by Mo Gadot. And what I like about Mo's book is, first off, super intelligent guy. He was a big shot with one of the big tech companies. He left that when unfortunately his 22, 23-year-old son unexpectedly passed away. His son had a routine surgery that unfortunately went wrong, and he lost his son through that. And of course, went through terrible grief. And through that, really changed his focus from high tech to high happiness, if you'll give me the latitude to come up with that phrase. So high happiness, how do you solve for happy? And Mo talks about, our mental state of mind, and that we are in control of our thoughts, and how to kind of go with the flow, and to recognize even when you're having negative thoughts, how to let those go, and how to live in the present as opposed to in the past or in the future. So Solve for Happy. He's one of my favorite authors that I read this year. I'm also going to share with you a YouTuber. My favorite YouTuber for maintaining a positive state of mind is Andrew Huberman. He's a Stanford professor that really studied neurological triggers that tend to help you start your day in a positive manner. And if you can start your day in a positive manner, it's much easier to keep yourself in a positive manner. So Andrew Huberman, he's a big fan, as you would guess from what I just said, of morning routines. And thanks to Andrew, I'm taking some cold showers in the morning. I'm starting to develop a morning routine. I'm really not a morning person. So Andrew's YouTube channel has been super helpful for me. Okay, the next category is investment mistakes. And for that category, really thinking through psychologically, what do we need to do to put ourselves in a situation where it's easy to win, it's easy to succeed at hitting your investment goals. And for that, I like a book by the authors Morgan Housel, Housel, The Psychology of Money. And one of the big takeaways for me that I want to share with you from Morgan's book is, wealth is not what we see. Wealth is not the fancy cars. Wealth is not the expensive suit. Wealth is not arriving in a private jet. Wealth is the money that's not spent. And all those things I just shared are things that money is spent on. And so by definition, the person spending that money has less wealth. So Morgan talks about some of the psychological aspects of succeeding, but then also just what's a good framework to put yourself in a situation to win. And one of Morgan's big points that I completely agree with is a large percentage of your investment success is going to have to do with your long-term stock allocation. Okay, on the YouTube side, you know, frankly, you saw me just look at my notes. I can't think of a good YouTuber that talks about investment mistakes and how to avoid those investment mistakes. So if you have somebody that you like to follow, please put that channel in the comments. I'd love to hear who you follow to help you avoid making investment mistakes and to help you make better investment decisions. I cover on that topic, but really my main focus is for 45 plus, people age 45 plus that could retire financially, helping them think about the benefits of retiring early and helping them think about being thoughtful and deliberate as to whether or not they should retire. Okay, the next category is self-improvement and productivity. And for this one, this is the only category that I have the author and the YouTuber as the same person. The name of the book, and actually as I record this, the book just came out today, and I've had a chance to read it already. Again, I read a lot of books, so I've been waiting for this book for a while. And the name of the book is called Feel Good Productivity. And, you know, one of the challenges with all this talk about productivity is, you know, is it really helping you live a better life? And are you enjoying the journey more? Because otherwise, what's the purpose? You know, we can all try to get more and more done in a day, but you know, at the end, it's really about, are we enjoying the journey? And this author's name's Ali Abdaal, Abdaal. This author and this YouTuber gets it. Ali is a ex-physician. He is a doctor. He still has his license. He went to Cambridge. He graduated top in his class of medical school there. And I first came across him. Ali now has about 5 million subscribers. But I first came across him when he had like 50,000 subscribers. And I was looking for a channel to help my daughters, who were early teenagers, learn to step up their game on studying. And Ali had some great research-based information. And, you know, he's 10 years older than my daughters were at the time. And so he was the right age that his message vibed with my daughters and frankly really helped them excel as students. And Ali, in addition to being a YouTuber, he wrote this book, Feel Good Productivity, that really talks about how do you use productivity as a way to enhance your life as opposed to just putting yet one more thing on your plate. It turns out, as Ali's book talks about, that when you're feeling good, when you're having fun, you can get more done as well. So the two are symbiotic. They're not separate. You can have fun and get more done. I really love that message. I thought his book was very well done. Again, the name of his book is called Feel Good Productivity. Okay, now let's move on to my core topic, which is preparing for retirement. My favorite book there is by Arthur Brooks, B-R-O-O-K-S, and it's called From Strength to Strength, which really talks about how do you transition? How do you transition from one core identity, from one strength and way of giving back to the world to the next? It's a solid book. And my favorite YouTuber in this space, I hope it's me. I hope I'm one of your favorite YouTubers. So in addition to this video, I also want you to look at this video here, which are things to stop doing after you're 60 to enjoy life more. I'll see you in that video. Bye-bye.